All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sitting here chilling, watching a lot of stuff that's going on within America. The war. Hello, Debbie. Nothing. Just chilling, drinking some tea. I guess the government did some really bad shit, but tried to blame Putin for it. Killed Americans and everything. And me. I guess it was some soldier or something running around causing all kinds of crap or whatever. Mistaken identity. Well, no need, Debbie, to worry, because I'll be going after they attacked me yesterday, a couple of days ago. Or whatever they did. There really ain't nothing gonna be going on tonight, Debbie. Turns out I was right about the Epstein thing, and they had to keep it quiet. So they chose to get rid of me. Great country, ain't it? You won. it don't shock me at all. Well, I'm still alive, so I'm going to enjoy my life. Try and fix whatever they done. You know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to go with what I got. I don't know, Debbie. I don't know this magic stuff. So whatever they did, whatever the devil did, switched me with someone else, cursed me, whatever, witchery, sorcery from this place, the people around here, troubles that's been going on in town. The same stuff I've been screaming out for help, but no one listened. Screaming for medication, penicillin or something, or antibiotics, whatever kills anthrax. I think they use antibiotics. Praying for doctors, people to come. We screamed out. My life and other people's lives just don't matter too much here. No, it's all right, dude. I'll live with it. I had nothing to do with the crap. Ain't my problem. Don't you worry. There's not much going on tonight. Plus, I know your programs are on Discovery and History. Tell them these thoughts you have told them you are well. No, I'm well. It's just, I don't know what they've done. No, I'm not going to fix it on YouTube. I'm not worried about it. It's not me. I keep telling you that. It's military soldiers gone wrong. They gone rogue or something. They want to be me because they're not killers no more in the military. And they want to be a movie star. They want to be great. I told you, Debbie. We've done a lot of investigating on this. Where military guys come home and they take over stuff that ain't theirs. Or they do things that are bad. It happens all over. I don't know how to tell these people that. These people think everyone is good because either they have a uniform on or a police uniform or whatever, or a politician or whatever. And not the Peaceful. Ah, no, I'm not worried about it. No, it's not that I understand what you're saying. Well, life's gonna pass me by, but no, my life was stolen. Wannabes. Somebody that had a sicker sickness than me and wanted to switch it out. The devil. No, I don't care either. I got no cares in the world anymore. They're trying to say it was Trump gave the orders, but these people seen the right opportunity and they struck. And as always, they're going to blame someone else. Yeah, 'cause you folks are all sick, trespassing on me. All these people, witchery, sorcery. That's why they did what they did. Can you hear the fire going or no? Can you hear the music too, or is that too soft? No, I'm not into their lives. They're into mine. And I don't want them in my life no more. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. No. I'm just trying to breathe right now. Who said that? Oh my God, someone fixed her. Dang it, I knew it was a matter of time before she figured out her Google spell, and now she's cursing like a sailor. Well, thank you for the laugh, Debbie. Yes, I can hear it all. All right. Jesus, I don't feel safe as these people said I was. Oh, Jesus. needs refuge or shelter from all this. I mean, Debbie said it, I mean, who are you listening to? Who is poisoning your mind? No, that's what they want you to think. They really did it. But I was making a movie. They thought I had medicine. They thought I had antibiotics, which that's what you use to fight anthrax. But I don't. I was making a movie. And people now are using, see, because you were making, well, the channel's a movie channel. I always talked about movies. They just wanted to kill somebody and watch them die. A very sick country. I don't know. I hope I make it out of it. I've been hit before. But it's the thing of, I've been refused healthcare before. I've been refused, but ran around a circle before with healthcare and everything. So I'm just going with it. I gotta back out. I'm one man. And they just proved to me that I can't win this war. And I was a threat. Debbie, you know what was on the radio yesterday when I was driving around? I listened to this channel where they talk about what's going on in Indiana. And they were talking about Social Security and the health care and the program and everything. And a lady came on there and she asked a great question. How come people's homes and vehicles and everything were taken from them, or they had to get rid of them to be on this program? And she said it don't make sense. It's almost like they put these people into poverty when they had homes. They had cars and stuff like that. They had to get rid of all their stuff. And not only get rid of their stuff, but actually break the law and tell them to put it in someone else's name to make it not look like you owned it. So they literally were telling people, and the lady got mad. And she's like, well, that seems like a pretty shady deal, this system. And the lady from Social Security or Medicaid or whatever, one of these high echelon people said, well, that's the plan. In order to get on the plan and get insurance, you can't own anything. So even if you own something and you have a disability, or you're going to be on Social Security or whatever, you can't, on SSI for disability, you can't own anything. And people, they tell people to get rid of their stuff. It's just stupid. It's stupid. And that's exactly what happened to me. I had to get, I had to get rid of stuff. I couldn't afford it. I was waiting to get on Social Security. And even if I got on Social Security, I wasn't allowed to have the things I already had. So it was a real mess. And I had a disability, so I didn't understand all this stuff. And at that time, I couldn't hire a lawyer. So that's what happened to me. Lost everything. Get over that. Well, I did. I did get over it. I moved on. Right? I moved on. I had no choice. They said I was nuts and gonna lock me up. All that. Right? So I had no choice but to walk away from it. So I walked away from it. It's just, it's pretty crazy how I'm driving around the other day, listening to a radio station. It's a topic channel, and they were talking about that. That topic came up, and I was like, dang it. And the lady was saying, well, it sounds like more of a scam than anything, where you're telling people to get rid of your stuff because you're not allowed to have it on SSI. That's pretty crazy. I had to. I was in pretty bad shape, Debbie. I am in pretty bad shape. So I had to go on disability. Really had no choice, Deb. In Indiana, they take you there. Like if you get arrested for something or you get pulled over or something and things don't go right or whatever, and you you stand your ground. They arrest you, and then they take you for an evaluation in Indiana, and you get evaluated, and then they determine if you have a problem or not. And when they were taking my house, I stood my ground. A bunch of police showed up there, and you gotta leave. I'm like, I ain't leaving nowhere, man. Right? I'm like, I'm getting scammed out of this house. Something ain't right. Called the government and everything. Help me, help me. No one helped. No one cared. They took it. And I walked away. But it was freaky to me that I'm driving around the other day and that popped up on the radio station. It was like a hour conversation. And I thought it only happened to me, right? The world didn't like me. But I guess from what this one lady was saying, it's happened to a lot of people. That's their policy in Indiana. So it was pretty crazy when that came on. I was listening to the whole thing. It was a pretty good topic. And it was funny because this lady was sticking up for people. She was pretty mad, right? And the lady from either Social Security or SSI was kind of stumped. It was kind of like she's like, well, that's kind of true what you're saying. You know, we have people, we tell them to take stuff and put it in other people's names, which is kind of wrong. And people that already have homes, instead of working a deal out where they keep their homes and they have a disability or getting ready to put on disability, instead of putting them out in the street or whatever. How were you going to pay for all of that? For all of what? My house? Well, I could afford it once I got on. I lost my house before I got on, before I was approved for disability. I was waiting to be put on disability, and they kept raising my mortgage because it was a balloon mortgage. Or some, I don't know, it was like a whirlwind, Debbie. It was like a witch, like you said, a demon or something that attacked me. Stole my house. I maybe didn't steal. I just quit making payments on it. I said, screw it, no one's going to help me. I couldn't get a loan on it because it was too old of a double wide trailer. No one would give a loan on it. I had people look at the paperwork and they said, well, something don't seem right. And then all this stuff happened, right? I was like, it was freaky. As soon as I moved out of my house, uh, Social Security called me and said, you've been approved. I've been approved for what? Social Security. And I'm like, I just lost my house. I just lost my house. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, but you do have a disability and you are on Social Security. So I walked away. You live to fight another day. I filed bankruptcy and I walked away from it. I could have fought it, but I didn't have tons of money to get lawyers to go in and go after a mortgage company or a bank. So I just walked away. I went and filed. I think it cost me $1,000 to file bankruptcy. I filed bankruptcy and walked away. Walked away from everything. Got a little apartment here, and I've been here the whole time. And well, now they're saying that Social Security people are the best ones that are uh, homeowners or payment because it's a guaranteed payment coming in from the government. So they like to see that. I found that out after I lost my house. Now they're like, hey, yeah, that's a steady income, right? You get that every month from the government. It's a government check or whatever. Yeah. Well, I don't trust anybody, so I'm afraid. Do I want someone to help me with all this stuff? I probably do need a handler. Someone to help me with all this stuff. My mother's getting way too old. And she pretty much helps with my little brother now that he moved out from here. Oh, I can barely breathe. Folks, if you don't, I do believe I seen something in one of these videos that if you are ever attacked by anthrax or anything like that, take a hot shower, steamy shower, that kills it. That, that'll kill it. No, don't take me 100% there. But I think I did see something like that in survival of these things. Trying to survive it. If that's what. Oh, Debbie, you might be right. You might be right. It might be some kind of a spiritual, demonic thing that they did. I don't know at all. I almost feel like this was a lesson, right? Someone trying to give me a lesson. Well, I told you to shut up. People die. It's none of your business. Just go about your business. Or, I told you not to say that. So there, now you're dead. It's almost like I'm just like an experiment for somebody, a toy. Most of you folks can't understand it because you don't know what psychological war is or being controlled by people. I don't know, I'm tired of control. I wrote a song about it. It's on my channel. It's called Control. Hopefully I can use it in a movie I do one day or in a dream. I'm really sorry, folks, that I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. That's it. Poor dreamer. That people can't stand. Probably because I rose above all the bullcrap and walked away. I don't know, I keep telling her. She keeps saying, try living a little. Debbie, I've lived, believe me. The best of my abilities, or what my money would let me. It's not like I'm an angel. I don't know what she thinks she's doing. She thinks she's. I'm telling you, you can talk till you're blue in the face to her. She just will not understand. She thinks it's some competition between me. I'm like, I'm not playing your games. I never was. But she thinks it's some kind of power of the ring. Kiss a ring. Some power thing. And I'm like, you already lost, Debbie. You don't even know it. In a game that I never played. I had no idea it was in some kind of a game or a power struggle. I was just being me. So much so that you folks wanted to be me. Because your life was in a world of madness and protection. While I was left in the cold. defend on myself. But there was no way I could take on banks, lawyers, courts. So I walked away, Debbie. Don't you get it? I walked away. A lot of people said I was dumb. Why didn't you get lawyers? Lawyers cost money, especially when you're going to against a mortgage company that's got billions. Well, I would have did this. Sure, you would have did a lot, but the people I called, the connections I called, what it got me was probably killed. Or someone switching their life because of something else, who knows? But I'm here. I'm alive. For how long, I don't know. I am tired of this dark arts you got revealed. I didn't get revealed. Revealed in what? And I don't do dark arts. I'm sorry. I am sick of it. I am too, because you always try and make it sound like I'm into something that I've been watching for 3 weeks, maybe a month. And now all of a sudden you're saying that's all I think about. No, see, Debbie, I told a story on YouTube when I first got on YouTube before you came around. Do you understand? Before you even knew who I was, before they even sent you to come to this channel, I told a story on YouTube of my real life. Them videos were taken down. Oh, little Debbie. She's so stubborn. She knows everything. She's sick of it. She's done with it. You are letting life go by while you... No, I'm not. I'm telling you. I wish I could do the things I used to. But right now, I can't. I'm not letting it go by. It can go by. It's my life. They can wear it if they want it. Some of them don't look too good. But that's what they chose, to step into my life. I didn't tell them to do it. It's my life. I wasn't ready for it. I let it go. No matter what they do, it's my mind. It's my life. It's my soul. Let me see what she's saying. Hold on. I walked away from a lot of things too. I list things I could never replace. But the only time that I do remove the situation from my life, I want to live my life, laugh, be happy. I know, but when you first came to my channel, all you did was talk about your situation and people saying bad things about you, and no one knows you. I mean, you did that for a couple years, and then we went through your drinking stage where you decided to take up drinking. That didn't work out good. And then we went through you, well, trying to kiss every bee and animal you could find and getting bit, stung all the time, and you yelling and screaming, you got hurt, and you fell down the stairs, and you're mad at the world, and people are such pains in the butt. And we went through that, but we still loved you. We never get sick of you, as you've gotten sick of us. See, it was me. It was me that sat and listened to your troubles, and you took your anger out on. And you have the right to be angry at every single man in this world. But we still love you here. Yes, you did. You did. A lot of a loss. I lost a lot. You sure did. You sure did lose a lot. And I know why you were so angry too. And I know why you couldn't trust people either. And I can't trust people either. Oh, we're kind of alike in certain ways. In certain ways, yes. I do believe that. We need to change your Google spelling back to ducky or duck. I did not. What the F? It's all right. Let's drink our tea and relax. We are both kind of the same. We have bad lights and we keep going. So we do have that in common. That is something we do have in common. God knows you're perfect. No, I'm not. God is perfect. Jesus is perfect. Me and you are not perfect. Oh, give me a way to another people. I bad Chad. I'm not giving you away to nobody. Are you telling me you want me to give you away? No, I'm not giving you. I don't own you, woman. I don't own you. You're not mine to give away. Like you did, or like you don't have any right to do that. No, I don't have no right to do that. Why would you even say that? Give me a way to. I'm not going to. Do you want. Is that what you're trying to do? Make it sound like I'm trying to give you away to someone. I don't know. Are you drinking tea yet? Are you drinking your tea yet? It might not even be her. That might be Jammer. She did it last week or something. She did tell me this. Someone was cloning her account. I wouldn't doubt if it's the government or something trying to do something. Is that you? Is that you, McPhee? I don't know who it is. It's somebody. Somebody not doing good. Is it Stench? Maybe it is a fake account then. Or she's just one hungry little woman, that's all. I know you had no right to give me away. Sacrifice me to that ghost that was running on her that night. Laughing your little butt off. Were you drinking that night? No, I went forward. It's called memories. I'm not living in it. I'm just saying thanks for the memories. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny when you first started coming into chat and you were around certain people that weren't good. And you were hurting yourself a lot. Doing wild stuff. I know you're always there. I know, we just sit around and chill and talk. sometimes you get mad. Sometimes I get mad. And then sometimes we calm down. Wait, let me see what she said. Always talking the crap. I'll always hear like a donkey's ass. No, you're not no donkey's ass. Cut it out. Them are words that you are putting into your mouth and speaking, and it's not true. You are not a donkey's ass. We joke around on this channel. You joke around with me? You joke around with me all the time in my chat. I don't get mad. It's alright. You're your own woman. Little things probably upset you. Your red-headed temper. Excuse me. Yeah, her temper. She gets mad at little things. That really she shouldn't be mad at. She's a beautiful woman. If it is her and not McAfee. Not unless someone stole their phone and it's some guy. I hope Debbie's still alive. I hope it's the real Debbie and not the fake account. Because she did say last week to me, someone's cloning her account. So I believe her. I believe her. They cloned my account. They used my face. So I believe her. I definitely believe her. And that makes sense because earlier today, I think I had some. She's got a wrench, but wait, she's got a heart next to her name. I think she is right because the other day, I think we had someone in here, but it was a monkey, like the old Debbie who said, well, whether it's this Debbie or not. But Debbie had a monkey next to her name, a little tiny monkey. So maybe that's probably what happened. If you're not the real Debbie, you're a mean, cruel woman. And you need love. You need love. And if you're not the real Debbie and you're a sick United States soldier, you need love. But not man love, the woman love or something. I don't know. But you need love. I don't know. She might be right. Debbie, is that the real you? Where are you? Were you? Always talking crap and my donkey's ass. Where are you? No, I wasn't. I don't know what you're talking about. My God. God Almighty. No, I'm just talking conversation. Well, I'm crazy, remember? So why are you folks even worried? Right? No one's going to believe anything I say. The things I say are not really hateful to me. Kind of like joking around, teasing. But I don't hit women, so. But women do hit men when they like them. They say, well, if a girl punches you, that means she wants you. I say it means she wants to kill you. Very violent lady. If she's hitting you and supposedly she's in love, oh no, she loves you. She just cocked me in the head. I don't think that's love. I don't know. You folks don't understand a word I say anyways. To tell you the truth, we're all victims of love. To tell you the truth, we are all victims of this country. No, it's what you do after you realize we are victims, but we keep going. And that upsets a lot of people. Debbie said, yes, you kind of are. Well, I'm crazy. All right. I'm loony. That's fine. But that's what the courts want to say, the corrupt courts and everything. And all the people I thought I knew. But yeah, if that's what these people in my family thinks, that I'm crazy. Um, or people I know think I'm crazy, well, that's all right. I know this, I'm not crazy enough to be locked up, which that's what a lot of people were hoping. To drive me nuts where I did go to do something stupid. And I would have got locked up in a nut hut. But I didn't do anything. I was making a movie. Because I can't do anything more. Because the life I lived and worked. And construction is not for everyone. Most people get a construction job, and the first blister they get on that day, or the muscle aches or cramps from carrying or working or doing that, they quit. So eventually, if you stick with it, uh, it's a very stressful job on your body. Well, then, Debbie, if I'm that crazy, then I guess there's no use for you to waste your time on me, right? Well, I understand. You've had enough. Well, I've had enough. I've had enough of myself, Debbie. I've had enough of myself. I agree with you 100%. Nothing's wrong with me but except for my head. That's it. And smoking. Well, my back. That's about it. Other than that, I don't know, whatever they experimented on me with. Who knows, Debbie? I'm not worried about it. Any day above ground is good. Any day not inside of a psych ward is even better. It's like kind of sucking in the heart of. I was on a roofing team in Florida. Yeah. Then you know it's not easy. Plus all these cases I've been looking at, right? These child traffickers or uh, sickos, pedo people or whatever it is, as Ernie Shell said. Yeah, some of them are not who they said they were. And some of them are very bad people. We didn't really realize how bad they were um, until the intel started coming in. And yeah, they're pretty bad people. Debbie, don't jail. I had to pay my child support. Debbie, don't jail. I have no idea. Who knows? Probably wasn't even your kids. Did you see what they're doing? The new thing that they're doing, Debbie, about uh, they're questioning kids or something like that, and they're thinking that they might do DNA tests on people to redo it to check because there's been certain things that popped up. It wouldn't shock me, not at all. Debbie, don't do jail. She just said, Debbie, don't jail. I don't blame you, little woman. It ain't fun in prison. It ain't fun in jail. Would I send someone to prison, even the horrible things that they did to me? I don't know. It's very horrible behind bars. I don't know what I do. I probably would not. I probably would wash my hands of it. I couldn't sentence somebody because I know what it would be like behind bars. But it depends on how bad it was. I mean, if they were caught killing a whole bunch of people doing the same thing, then maybe jail is the best thing for them. Maybe to keep people or society or them safe themselves. I had to work and I made lots of money at one time. Yeah, yeah, the trades and construction, you get paid pretty good. You can make some pretty good money. You can definitely make some good money in construction. And you know what else is good money? Being a mechanic on cars. That's good money too. Yeah, people at tax time all of a sudden have 8 kids. Yeah, like, whew, we can't even talk about that right now, Debbie. They'd shut me down real quick if I told you the problems we're having with that. And them 8 kids ain't even their kids. Why? It's not even their kids, Johnny. That's some people's that live down the street. It's just like they all claim them. My God, that. Well, who knows? Who cares? But she's right. 8 people. All of a sudden, they have 8 kids, and yeah, that's true. I don't understand this world. I don't understand how people. I mean, they have children. I understand, but some of these people are kidnapping the kids, and they're collecting money from it through taxes and benefits and stuff, and they're not their kids. And I don't know what would possess somebody to do that. I just don't see how are people so stupid to think that they would get away with it. And that's pretty much what we're dealing with is just people that are on a, hey, you're poor, live within your means. Unemployment, whatever, you know, that's where family comes in when you're that down and out. what do you turn to? Family, right? And it's hard for other family members to take people on that, well, they might be disability. They might have a disability, and now another family member is taking on that responsibility because the parents couldn't or whatever. It's a big thing. I don't understand it. But what would possess somebody to break a law like that, to kidnap 8 kids, like she was saying, and then turn around and collect taxes from it and live off of it instead of getting a job at McDonald's? And if you're poor and you got a place to rest your head and you're safe and comfortable, that's pretty much at that point in your time while you're that, if you're poor, you're making an honest living and you have your freedom and you're alive and you're doing it without raping and pillaging your country. Let me see what Debbie said. After tax time, there's none. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, they just use them for tax. I got 8 kids. After the taxes come, they get their money, and then all the kids get put back there. Probably. It wouldn't shock me. I just never really realized how corrupt the world really is. Maybe I was sheltered from it. Once I became poor and lived amongst crazies, then I realized the world's crazy. The real life, the real, the real life. A poor, being poor. I don't know. I had 500 taken right off out of my bank. I know people are shady. Lots of fraud going on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I've been telling you that, but every night you say it's the same stuff over and over again. Well, I'm just reporting on it. I'm just what you know what I I think I'm like I'm a mirror. I'm just projecting back all this bull crap that I watch that soaks into me. And I'm like, I don't want this crap. I throw it back on. I want it. I talk about it, whatever. And I should go back to being dumb and blind. They got another one, so Debbie says, they go to another one. They claim then they make money off of their own kids. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. I can tell you this much. There ain't no way I would kidnap kids or do anything sick like that to kids and make money off of it. There's no way. I don't care how much money you're making on it. It's just the sin alone is too much for me. I probably would have killed somebody. I would have flipped out. I know I would have. If that was my business, or if I was that type of person and had to do that day after day after day just to make money, I would have probably thought to myself, that's just sick. What kind of world do we? I mean, what kind of money are these people making on humans? I have no idea. I know one thing, I would never be in that business. If I didn't off myself, I probably would have offed somebody. Just the stress of that. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Drug dealing, I could probably see people doing that. A lot of things I can see people doing, running numbers, whatever. You know, racket, whatever. But kidnapping kids and doing sick stuff to them and making a living off of it. They must make some big money. I mean, these people, it's going on everywhere. Uh, I don't know. That business ain't for me. Sorry, not my cup of tea. Then again, today, the world we live in, the country we live in, if people want to get rid of you, what do? They start a rumor. You're a pedo. And then you got everybody after you. And that's exactly what they're doing. How did they get rid of Jesus? Lies. What lies? The lies that the devil told. Probably before Jesus even came. What killed most of the people that were innocent? Lies. Debbie said her ex used to get like 8,000, sometimes more, claiming the kids. I know it because we don't have criminal minds. No, people are like, you know, what do you have? What, you're a genius. Well, what are you talking about? I'm not a genius. I'm an idiot. I don't live in a criminal mind. I mean, I might be able to act like it. I might be able to do a movie like it, but to live it, no. I feel sorry for these people, our society, and what we're based on. Most of these people that are homeless are Vietnam vets and war vets from other wars. I was shocked at that, right? I don't know what it is. When you really talk about it, with adults, and you ask questions, well, do you think it's some kind of a demon or something? Why is this guy living on the street? He's a veteran. He gets a check each month. He can afford a house. He can afford an apartment. Actually, the guy's got a lot of money, but yet there he sits on the street, homeless. I don't understand him. Almost like he's become something else than what he was. He once was clean. He once ironed his clothes to a crisp, clean, crisp. I've seen it. I've seen it with all my family that were in the military. Very anal about everything. Everything had to be spotless. Their clothes ironed, pants pleated, everything. To go from that to not even caring what you look like or shaven or anything. What is going on? Is it the stress of war? And they snap. Mental illness of seeing what they've done over and over again in their minds. I couldn't figure it out. The guy was loaded. military vet, definitely could afford a house or an apartment, but there he sat on the street. I don't know. $8,000 is a lot of money, W, in taxes. Good God Almighty. He got that much money back? Yeah. I ain't never seen $8,000 cash up front in my life. And they kicked that out just so illegal people could be here. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on in the world. But sooner or later, we're all going to be either bad guys or we're going to be wrapped up or trafficked ourselves, some human trafficking or laboring, or whatever, be forced to do things we don't want to do just to live. It's just horrible. I wish Jesus would come back. I really do. Jesus, come back and at least that peace. And maybe it's because we base our whole society on money. I was reading this thing on other countries are starting to change their ways of thinking, and they're not basing their countries on money. I was like, what? They're like using other things. Like, this is interesting. How they're and people are saying, well, if the stocks collapse and everything goes bad, they were saying these countries would survive, and everyone's like, why? What do you mean? Everyone lives on money, and they were like, no, these other countries have broke away from it. If they lose everything in stocks or whatever, they'll be able to continue to survive because they don't put everything into, they don't base their whole life or whole system on money alone to to determine wealth or whatever it was. I didn't read too much into it because you know how I am. If I use my brain too much, I start smoking. But it was interesting because they were saying, well, that country would survive if we have a major collapse of the U.S. and the stocks and everything, because they're not like the United States. Everything is based on money. They're not, and I was shocked. I think there was like 8 countries or something like that were turning away from the money thing, and they're they had other ways to make resources other than the dollar. He has a special electrane. He has a special electric. Disgusting. What is disgusting? They were giving them checks and food. Disgusting. We was specialty election. He was a specialty electrician. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Deb? I have a battery that's going low on one of my clocks. The clock, when it chimes, it actually sounds like that movie, 1408 or whatever it is, the room 14 with John Cusack. It was a haunted room. Your Rock Houston. get $8 grand for, well, that's something to, I bore a lot of people with things I think about. I don't really let a lot of people inside my head and the things inside my head that I think about. Uh, People would say I'm some kind of a nerd or some kind of a crazy man or something. I mainly think about things that might heal people, medicine or whatever, or different techniques of doing things to try and save people's lives. I think we should be attacking sickness a totally different way. It should be standard for our, our government to come and knock on our door and give, here's iodine pills, here's antibiotics in case you get sick, cold, flu, whatever, or anthrax or whatever, antibiotic pills, certain things that the government should be issuing their citizens for free. I would rather have these things, hazmat suits, gas masks, medication, food. I would rather have that than all these death machines and everything. We, where did we go wrong, man? We were on our way to prolonging life. We were there. We were on our way to prolonging life, to actually being able to extend the gene life, the gene pattern in our system, and it just they shut it down. And actually now they're saying, I was watching some stuff that we have gone back to where we're losing life at shorter distances than we were at a certain point. Uh, we were we were doing things. And people say I'm crazy. How do you know that? Well, because I've been sitting around trying to learn things, and I watch things and read things, and it is true. At one point, we were close to extending life for a long time. But then you run into people that are godly, church, people like that. We were at one time we were on the right side where we were prolonging life. The foods we were eating were a lot better. Things we were doing were a lot better, and the medication was better, and our way of thinking and scientists were better, and we were close. But something happened, and now we're actually going back. We're losing, like, meaning people are dying sooner than what they should of things they shouldn't be dying of, if that makes sense. Debbie says, go off grid. believe me, if I had the money, I probably would go off grid. Solar panels. I probably would have electricity, but I would have a backup system, solar panels. And I would probably use them solar panels to cut down on my electricity bill. Yeah, but that costs money, right? Off grid is good. You're away from everybody, and you ain't got big electric bills and other things. Like I said, at one point we were close. I don't know where it went wrong. It was like they started shutting all our programs down. What are you doing? It's like muscular dystrophy and all that stuff, and neurological problems. Like the thing that Michael J. Fox has. Which do I? What do I think? Well, that's something that affects the brain and the spinal cord and all that, and nerves and everything like that. So what do? Well, you block that. You need a medication to block it, to block that signal that you're getting, to keep you from shaking. And there was experiments with cannabis uh, given to people with Alzheimer's and it worked. I watched some of them experiments with the cannabis. Right, these people were shaking like crazy. And then they gave the guy a couple of hits of cannabis, and the guy waited for about 10 minutes, and then the guy took another hit off the cannabis, and within a half an hour, the guy was up walking around like he snapped out of the whole thing. He actually sat up and he's like, "My God, you know, I'm here. I can't believe it." He was lost in another world. Could barely speak, could barely hold a cup of water, and snapped out of it. I also seen this one lady, and she was in a coma for a long time. Right, she couldn't speak, she couldn't move. It was some disease, and they gave her. You're not gonna believe this. Some medication they crushed up and put underneath her mouth, and it took about a half hour to 45 minutes. They waited a half an hour. They didn't get the effects they wanted. They gave her some more, and she came out of it. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. She came out of it. She had like a stone look on her face. She couldn't move her eyes. She couldn't focus on anybody. She couldn't look at anybody. And they gave her this medication, and she came out of it. It was a miracle, but what was it? Well, it was a chemical that they were using, and that chemical shut down that part of the brain. It blocked the receptors, and she snapped out of it. She was laughing. People were crying around her. Right, her family was there and everything. She snapped out of it, and her family was, oh my God, she's back. They all were crying and everything. That was a heartfelt moment. Like I said, we were close. I don't know where we went wrong. I just don't know where we went wrong. Either we started listening to the wrong scientists, or these people weren't as smart as they thought they were. I'm not sure. But I know the stats are saying we're losing life. No, I don't know what that's from, but we need to get back on track. Dolly, the sheep. Remember when they cloned Dolly? I have no idea who Dolly is. Dolly Parton? They cloned Dolly Parton, Debbie? What? Dolly who? Or are you talking about the Dalai Lama? I have no idea who she's talking. I only know one Dolly. That's Dolly Parton. Or the Dalai Lama. Dolly the sheep. Who's the sheep? What is Dolly the sheep? Who is it, Deb? I think we're losing this war, this demonic war. And I think that's spilling over into our healthcare and everything. Where we might not, the people that we're listening to now might not be maybe on our side. Dolly the sheep, famous. Hang on. All right, I'm here, Deb. You chill, relax. I'm not sure. I thought you meant Dolly Parton. Oh, okay, Deb. You mean cloning the? Oh, okay, I remember that. I remember that. Yes, Dolly the sheep. But here's the thing, Debbie. People don't realize this is all old technology. Cloning, transplants, and stuff like that, they did in the 30s and 40s. And everyone thinks, well, this is all brand new. I'm like, no, it ain't. They were doing that in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. The scientists, they were smart. These are the guys that came up with the bomb. These are the same guys, and that generation were the same guys that came up with uh, creating planes. Howard Hughes. I mean, it's like a pattern. We can read this pattern of geniuses, and they really weren't geniuses. They were just motivated by something. Maybe it's maybe aliens. I don't know. Maybe God. But Hughes, it took Hughes to get into the hospital, and or I think before that he lost somebody. He lost a family or member or something, and he went into the medical field. I do believe Howard Hughes is the one that created the hospital bed, motorized. Right. He also created pumps, I think, for people, or HVAC systems or whatever for people to breathe and stuff. He did all that, and it took him going into the hospital and spending time in the hospital when he had his accidents. And he created this stuff because they didn't have it in his room. So he's like, I'm going to create this stuff. And he created this stuff. Debbie said, to be honest, we have no idea what else they cloned. Well, I can tell you, they've been cloning for a while. It's no secret. I really don't understand it, Lord. How these people don't understand that these were things already being worked on way back. It's just they didn't have the technology to do it. Now, I watched a video. You can go on YouTube, and the first transplant or first uh, brain chip planted in something, and that was in the 30s, I do believe. A gentleman, a surgeon or a scientist, put a device inside of a bowl, and he tested it in front of the whole world, or in front of all these doctors and everything. He put this thing inside this bowl, and he controlled the bowl's mind with the device that he had implanted in the bowl. That was in the 30s, I think, or 40s. Now, what stopped him? Well, the government and the churches. They said it was ungodly, that he was playing God. So what did they do? They put that on the shelf. That thing that he was working on, that scientist that was working on that, was forced to put it on the shelf. I don't know if it was bought, the patent or whatever, but that ended because he had a lot of trouble from the churches and, and from people saying that he was playing God. The first pig heart, and to be honest, we don't even know if they're cloning the first pig heart. Yeah, now they're using pigs. I just seen something on that. Uh, Pig hearts or something, or a guy just had a transplant with a pig heart or something. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Uh, with people, we probably can grow hearts in a lab, but then we become under pressure, meaning we're getting a lot of pushback from the church and from politicians. We're playing God, and a lot of people don't understand that. What do? Well, they pull the funding. Once they pull your funding, you ain't got funding and the money to do all this stuff. It's put on the shelf. They can grow ears, they can grow noses, they can grow just about any body organ if they put their mind to it and was given the okay and had the money. Yeah, it's possible. Now, I don't know what happened, why we stopped these things. You don't hear about them much on YouTube at all anymore. Whether it was the funding was pulled or we were being pressured, or you're playing God, and these people, it's God's will. These people should have died, and you folks have no idea what kind of pressure I got, or these people have. I mean, what we have to go through. We mean well. Nobody wants their child to die at a young age. They want to watch them live a long life. But then you got people coming down on you. Can't do that. And there are people that was raised to believe in the Bible, and that's their belief. We've seen a lot of people say, no, it's God's will. And, and, and you lose people. And some of them people aren't kids. I wish there was something. I really do. I wish Jesus would come back and we all live forever. And we hang out with Jesus every day and chilling and everything. See you later, Jesus. Gotta get back to work or whatever. But I could work now because you came back, Jesus, and you healed me. So now I can go work and I can provide for my family forever because I'm never gonna die. I'm gonna live forever. I wish it was like that. Right now, today, right here, right now. My thoughts on that are crazy or are scary. Yeah, I believe that just like they should have some cure for some cancers, yeah, yeah, cancer. You should be able to go to the doctors, get a shot, eats the cancer away, whatever, or regenerates the body with red cells and maybe they can do it with the blood. Maybe they should be doing more transplants on things. Well, I mean, blood fusions. Changing the old blood out with new is probably, I've heard people say that have gone through that you can tell right away. It's like, oh my God, you got brand new blood cells inside you just attacking everything. Each time you get a blood fusion, it just replaces the old stuff that goes and attacks the cancer, it attacks everything and gets rid of it. And then maybe. But then you got to create blood because you can't put everybody's blood in the same person because the blood types. So you got to create a plasma, a blood substitute that'll go inside the vein and eventually become blood. It adapts, overcomes, and becomes blood instead of plasma. It takes on your blood type, your gene, grows, cleans. They still do that. Why are they not looking back into what what's sad? They still do that for babies. Excuse me. I'm kind of shocked that people don't like to talk about things, science. Kind of shocked people don't like to talk about God and things. Adult conversations about science, health, religion, whatever. It's a dying breed. It really is. It is a dying breed. Morals, integrity. Everything's about money. How many houses you got, boats, how good looking you are, how many cars you got. That's what it's about. It's a dying breed that we're losing. Whole generation, maybe, possibly, that ain't worried about health. They think they're going to live forever. And we hope they do. We hope we all do. But it's always good to have a backup in case we don't live forever and we can at least try and save a life. It's a dying breed. it's a generation that came up in the streets and was killed or be killed. And oh well, they're not looking at a way to prolong society, humanity. They live for now or never. It's crazy. I was thriving a day late, and the baby wasn't gray anymore. Was that a transfusion, Debbie? Blood transfusion? Oh, I just seen a big light out there, a flashlight or something. I don't know if it came from the sky or a car pulling in or something, maybe. Got got it over with in shock hands, beats per minute, or I don't know. Well, it's a peaceful, quiet night. And shook hands. Oh, it got it over and shook hands. I thought you said shot. Ah, we didn't call the cops. And each other, we kicked each other's butt. What did you do? It was thriving a day later. Who are you talking to? Me, or is there someone that's hidden in chat and I can't see them? I think someone's taking my account, Debbie, because I just looked at the participants and it's showing just me and you. But it shouldn't be counting me because it's my channel, right? You, Tucker, you're brushing your teeth. You got it over with and shook hands. Well, when you were younger and fighting and everything. It says 3. What says 3? It ain't 3 in the morning. It's only 1. It's only 120 something or 130. We'll probably end this at 2 hours, which is a couple minutes away. Oh, you mean the count of how many people are watching? No, I think it says 2 here, but I checked participants. It's showing just me and you. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I don't know why. Why would it be counting me though? I thought YouTube rules was if you watch or you're doing your own thing, you don't count as a person. There's got to be a way to reverse engineer these diseases. There's got to be a way to reverse engineer them. What causes it, and what's the reverse effect of it? How does it become what it becomes? What are the stages that it takes? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end this video here. What do you think, Doug? Kind of late, right? I'm sure you got other things you'd like to get done. Alright, you ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Hope you all enjoyed your Memorial Day. All glory goes to God. Have a great night and a great day tomorrow. We got rain coming. Excuse me for bourbon. And make sure you folks lock your doors and windows at night. Have a great night.